Hey, what's up, DCS Crew? It's Carlos back at it again today with a knife review on a Dirk Pinkerton design that I really am excited to talk about. But this is a bit of a bittersweet moment because this knife was lent to me. And now that this review is being recorded, I do have to go ahead and pass it on. And I'm going to be honest, man, I don't want to. This is one of the few knives this year that I really got to say, if I was to make a top 10 list, this would definitely land probably within not even just the top 10, but the top 5. And that is the Arroyo from Dirk Pinkerton. Now, Dirk Pinkerton designed this particular knife for Artisan Cutlery. They do have G10 and micarta variants. This is the micarta variant. It is in their proprietary AR-RPM 9 steel. Beautiful micarta handle, nice upswept blade. There's quite a bit to talk about, and I'm gonna miss this, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go and give my fair shake of this particular knife from Artisan Cutlery. This is the Artisan Cutlery Arroyo from Dirk Pinkerton. Guys, welcome back. And as I said before in the intro, this video is on the Arroyo from Artisan Cutlery. This is a Dirk Pinkerton design, and I'm gonna be honest, I really like this knife a lot. Just the overall size, the ergos, the shape, just the way that it looks. It's something different, even for somebody like Dirk. But before I get into it, I just want to go ahead and show off some of the specs. You'll see that here on your right, and let me go ahead and show what it looks like from the show side. This is the front, the clip side, the rear. This is open, show side, and this is open, clip side. So I'll go ahead and place that right here, and then just go ahead and do a quick size comparison with some other knives. This is the CJRB knives. This is the Dylan Mallory design. Centros, excuse me. Wow, I went blank for a second there. There's the Kershaw Atmos from Dmitry Sinkovich. Speaking of Dirk Pinkerton designs, this is the really little Main Street from Concept Knives. And let me see here. Oh, speaking of Dirk Pinkerton again, here is the Rogue from Kaiser, one of my favorite EDC knives, by the way. Going back to the US and familiar territory, we have the ProTech SBR. That's the Les George design, as you can tell by the insignia that's on there. And one that you don't see very often because they have shut their doors, unfortunately, is the Georgia-based company Southern Grind. This is the Spider Monkey from Southern Grind Knives. That's the Zach Brown company that unfortunately got sold to Diamondback in Florida, and who knows what's going to happen to them. But in any case, there you go. Now, moving on to this knife. So, quick verdict. If you want to just go ahead and just end the video here, I will tell you I like it. I recommend it. It's a different blade, and I really like this design. It's very functional for EDC. It's a great slicer. You get the AR-RPM 9 satin blade from Artisan Cutlery. Not only is it their proprietary steel and it works well, but you're gonna get this for this particular variant is about $10 more than standard, but you get this in your choice of 3 variants. You have a kind of like a blue-gray G10. You have a jade, or they call it a translucent green G10, which is kind of like a, jade. And then you have this one right here, which is an OD green or olive drab micarta set. For just about $10 more. Usually these go for about $59.99 for the G10 variants, and this one is a little bit more. This is $69.99. Now, for the money, I mean, the ergos on this, the blade that you're getting, just the overall size, the deep carry clip that, you can wear either left or right hand. I mean, it feels nice in the hand. The weight is great, and it has been skeletonized. It feels, just thick enough for some good extended EDC use without being too fat or too skinny. It's something that I feel that it looks very classy with that nice upswept blade. It reminds me a lot of like a scimitar kind of shape, and it's got that really nice tip. It's great for stabbing or puncturing, I guess you could say. And this is just so much belly for just all of the slicing. it does all of the slicing, guys. And it does it really well, by the way. The grind was done really well. The bevels were nice and even on this one. And let's be frank, and I'm just going to stop for a moment and say, you know, Dirk Pinkerton has arguably the best initials, you know, in the EDC game. It's something you're always going to remember. I mean, who's going to forget DP, right? So that being said, I really, really dig it. Now, I've worn it for a little bit, and you can kind of tell that I've been using it, and I feel really bad for the people that were supposed to get this after me, because I've used it for a little while without, you know, sending it over, and I was just waiting to get that message. Hey, have you sent it to him yet? No, I have not, and I really don't want to, but the reason being is because I've been carrying it quite a bit. You see a little bit of a patina from I wear like gray shorts or blue jeans and that sort of thing. So it does develop a patina, and that can be cleaned up in time. I'll probably do a video on that as well before I let it go. But this thing rides extremely well in the pocket. And like I said, you have a deep carry clip for both the left and the right hand. And I gotta tell you this, because this is something that comes up in a lot of videos. If you look, okay, you're gonna see this satin blade. It really, really shines in the light, right? Okay, but then when you notice the clip, it really doesn't shine so much. And why is that? Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, because somebody was listening to me and they decided to stonewash the deep carry clip. Plus, you have recessed screws, and the deep carry clip is recessed into the handle. Guys, this may, I mean, with the exception of the blade shape, because it's not, you know, your run-of-the-mill drop point or a spear point blade, that sort of thing. This is arguably checking all of the boxes that I look for in an EDC knife, I gotta tell you, and that's why I'm really excited. The only other thing that I guess that's a little bit different is, you know, the flipper. I would have loved to have seen it with a thumb stud instead of maybe a flipper tab. You know, I'm glad that it doesn't have the little notch up here to be able to go ahead and open it with the front flipper, because everybody seems to be doing that these days. But having that flipper, I mean, the action is awesome. It is running on ceramic ball bearings, and I mean, being an artisan knife, and this is one that has just, you know, the two variations, the G10 variant, and then you know, it has two models in G10, and then it has one in micarta. For the price, this is probably the best quality, highest quality version of artisan cutlery quality that you can get in a knife that's done by a knife designer that has really, really been known to kind of, you know, put some good quality functional designs that are not your average blade style. And like I said before, you know, I brought out, this is one that I got to do a review on. This is the really small but very, very useful little Main Street. I do have the larger version of the Main Street in all black, murdered out. As you can see, that's a Warncliffe blade. And I do have, where's the Rogue? Did I put it away? I must have put it in my pocket or something. Oh no, I put it right here. Okay. Like this one right here too. This is an older design from Kaiser when he was working with them. And I mean, just little things like, you know, the stonewash blade, you know, the value that they were selling this at, you know, the fact that, you know, it just felt so good in the hand. It wasn't too big, and it even had the recesses that were milled into the titanium so that it would really grip your hand. There's a lot of nuances that Dirk has in his designs that kind of push the limit of, you know, the norm without being too weird. And I really, really dig this design. I really think that people are not taking a look at this. And not only should you take a look, if you have already taken a look and you've looked past it, take a second freaking look. You have to get something like this in your hand in order to be able to appreciate the little nuances that he did to be able to create this knife. And I think that Artisan executed it perfectly. And like I said, it's being pedantic in saying this, but you know, even though the flipper tab really doesn't get in the way and it sits really well in the pocket, I think that if you would have removed this and created a thumb stud variant, that would have probably just put this to bed as a 10 out of 10. But as it is, I want to say it's like a 9 out of 10. Even for people, you know, that really like for example, they really like to have lanyards like the one that I have on this Carlos Elsner design from Kaiser. This is the youngest, by the way, and this is his prototype that I've been using with that this bead and this lanyard. You know, he even has the little lanyard area right here that's designated, so it's away from this. You don't have to wrap it around that or anything like that. You know, this has been designed so that there is no area here for your finger, no matter how chunky it is, to hit the blade. It's centered very nicely. You know, the action is fantastic. In fact, you know what? Hold on. Let's stop. I'm rambling. Let's just go ahead and see what it looks like in the pocket, and then we can go from there, and I can give you my final thoughts. Because the truth is, there isn't a lot that I don't like about this, and there is a whole lot that I really do like about it. So when I go ahead and I place it into the pocket, okay, as you can see, it goes in an angle because of the kind of pocket that I have, but this is how it looks in the pocket. It hides very well in the pocket. I mean, and to just go ahead and take it out, it works extremely well to go ahead and present. Like I said, you know, left or right, tip up only. You don't have tip down, which, sorry, CRKT, you guys are living in the 90s doing that shit. Cool people need to learn to be able to go ahead and carry tip up. But that said, I mean, you know, there's just so much to be happy about with this particular, you know, knife. I mean, you know, you have the micarta scales done in a way where they are recessed just at the very edge of you know, the liners, and you can actually see, you know, how it like kind of like shines just beyond the liner itself, but it doesn't, you know, it feels nice and smooth. The jimping is just right here. It's different. It's not they're not ground all the way across. They're just ground here on the sides, and I like that because, you know, if you have a hand that basically has the meat wrap on one side and the other, you know, you are gonna get that that jimping. You are gonna get that feel. I'm just, you know, going all the way to the front right here from the beginning of the swedge to where it kind of gets a little bit braver and a little bit deeper over here, you know, feeling the blade, you know, the spine, you know, you do feel that edge, but it is not sharp at all. The quality control is extremely well done on this particular knife. I do have to hand it to Artisan Cutlery. They freaking knocked it out of the park, and for good reason. Dirk is such a cool guy. I plan on, you know, running into him with Eric over at the Outer Limitless YouTube channel at Blade Show 2021, which, by the way, I am so freaking psyched to say we are going, but that's going to be in another video. And yeah, that's basically it. So my final thoughts on this, if I was Nick Shabazz, I'd call it an absolute gem. If I tell you, okay, buy it or pass for it, you know, buy it, trade for it, or just, you know, don't bother or sell it if you got it, this is a buy, this is a buy, this is a buy. And if you've got one and you want to sell it to me, by all means, just drop me a line and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and pick it up. I would say, because of the slight difference in premium, you know, that you're going to pay like price wise from the G10 to the micarta, get the micarta variant. The micarta variant, it's like an OD green. They state it's an OD green, but it's really more of like kind of like a desert tan. So it's something that's going to be light enough that you can dye it a bunch of different colors if you choose to go ahead and go that route. So you can basically have this, you know, pretty much every darker color of the spectrum. I think it's great like this. You can go ahead and see it patina naturally and then just wash it out and just start it all over again, like I used to do with my Giant Mouse Ace Biblio. But as far as, you know, knives are concerned, the way I felt with the Biblio in 2019, this is kind of how I feel with this knife in 2021. I understand, Dirk. I understand. I really enjoy this, and I mean, I can't wait to talk a little bit about it when I see Dirk over at Blade Show, you know, 2021, and Russ and the folks over at the Artisan booth. You know, Here Swags from formerly from Smoky Mountain Knife Works is going to be there, and I hope that wasn't supposed to be letting the cat out of the bag. But if it is, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, just hit me when I get there. Just make me feel like shit. Yes, right? But that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Those are my final thoughts. Definitely go ahead and pick this one up if you can for 69 bucks. It is just, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, that's it. You guys have been great. And now, if this video has been great to you, if you really liked it, go ahead and click that like button. If you loved it, go ahead and click that sub and that little bell on the side so that you can go ahead and get notifications of my videos when they are uploaded. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me via Instagram. Here are some videos below for you to go ahead and check out. I am Carlos. You are great. I'll see you next time. Peace.